Hello, everyone. I am back and I am so excited for episode 2 of Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome, everyone who did not see my introductory episode. This is episode 2 for me. I am brand new at this and I am so stoked. Everyone was wonderful in their comments and encouraging, and I absolutely loved it. I felt like I was getting a great big hug from the fiber community, and I thought I'd better jump on and get another video going or a podcast going. I'm not used to saying that. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am truly touched by all of the encouragement. And I got a shout out from Seta. I got a shout out from Z. I got a shout out from Scraptastic Yarns. I was floored. I thought, oh my God, this is great. So thank you so much for your support and for clicking on the like button and for subscribing. You guys, I am over 200. I can't believe it. I am just so stoked. This is great. So on with the podcast. I am Pam. And this is my little corner to talk about crochet and knit. I am a wife and a mother, and I live in Southern California, where it is still hot. I'm filming today. I just got off work. I do work full time, so and yarn is my passion. Crocheting, knitting, I love it all. I love yarn. I love anything having to do with the fiber, and the fiber community is just fantastic. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to talk about is the shawl that I was wearing in the video. I'm sure most of you have seen it, where I was with Seta. I had the pleasure of meeting her and Z. And I wore a shawl that I made because I knew they were going to have on something that they made. So I thought, okay, I have to wear something too. So I grabbed my Carillon Shawl, and it's spelled Carillon. Now, again, I don't know how to put anything in the description box or anything like that. I'm still real new at this, but I will tell you everything and where you can find it. So many people complimented me on that. So many people asked me about it. So I thought that I wanted to address that first. It's called the Carillon Shawl, and it's by Tony Lipsey of TL Yarn Crafts. I don't have the shawl to show you because guess what? It's on its way to Alaska with Seta. She liked it so much and she just adored it. And after we said our goodbyes on Monday evening, I took it off and I wrapped it around her shoulders, and I was just honored to give it to her and that she loved it and is going to enjoy it. However, I did make another one because I work on things in twos if I really like the pattern. I really like this tutorial. It's a tutorial, and I'm sure she has a pattern as well, but it's a tutorial on YouTube. Again, the Carillon Shawl, Carillon Shawl by Tony Lipsey of TL Yarn Crafts. And 95% of everything I make is tutorials. So I made another one using mandala yarn. And let me show you that one because I do have that one right here. Here's that. And I love the way the colors are with the mandala yarn. This shawl starts at a point and then it increases all the way to the next point. So you are doing an increase on one side and a decrease on the other. Look at that. That is so pretty. And here's your straight edge. And then on this side, you add picot stitches. It's beautiful. This mandala is really soft. I'm pretty sure most of you have worked with this before. It's very flowy. And because this has a mesh stitch, which is perfect for, Southern California, it's hot here. It's still hot. Something I've been doing for a while, I always put a ladybug on everything that I make. I love ladybugs. I think they're good luck. I found these at Michael's, and of course, after a while, they discontinued them. And then I went on Etsy and typed in ladybugs, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who I got them from, but she asked me what I do with them, and I showed her a picture, and she said, "Oh, I think that's great." She goes, "I'll always have them in stock." I think it's something treasures. I'm not certain, but now I have them, and so I put them on everything that I make. But this is the Carillon Shawl by Tony Lipsy of TL Yarn Crafts. And it was very easy to make. I like things that are simple, that are easy. To me, less is more. So if I can work it up and I like it, then I'll work up another one. So the one that everyone saw in the video, I used Pima cotton from We Are Knitters. The color is terracotta. And I just recently ordered some more because I do want to make another one in that colorway for myself because I really, really liked it. So my next shawl is called the Cake Shawl, and that is by Sarah Satch. So forgive me, I haven't sewn in my ends. And there's probably some stitch markers in here too. So this is called the Cake Shawl. And even though it's a mesh stitch, it's still slightly different because it has a spine down the center. And I used a Karin Cake. I love Karin Cakes because the colors I just let them come as they appear. I don't cut into them at all. And then look at that fun edging on there. I followed her tutorial to the letter. And I love this. I've made several of these in different colorways. And I really like this shawl also too. The next shawl, this is the Yvette shawl by Rel of the Dabbling Hook. And this was my chance to follow a pattern because, as I mentioned prior in my introductory video, that I am pattern challenged. And I wanted to get better at that because there's so many things that you can make with patterns. So I purchased Rel's pattern and I looked it over and I thought, oh, I can do this, I can do this. And I read it over again and again. And I like to use my highlighter and marker and everything and put notes and stuff. So I did it. This yarn that I used is from Hobby Lobby. And this is huge. I like a good big shawl. I love adding tassels to things. So this one just kind of wraps around you really nicely. And it is long. It's long. I love it. And this is the Yvette shawl by Rel of the Dabbling Hook. And I think that she did do an adjustment to it. So you can check that out I'm not sure if it's Etsy and or Ravelry, but you can get the pattern. It is a paid pattern and it's really neat. It has a little spin on using the granny square as to where the point at the bottom is not so sharp. And then, of course, I added tassels. My next shawl, I'm in a shawl mood today. This is my go-to shawl. This is called the Karin Cake shawl, and it is by Bee Hooked YouTube tutorial. And what I like about this, can you see those puff stitches down the spine? That just gives it that little pop of texture, and I really like this. I have made several of these. This is my go-to shawl that I make when I'm gifting. when I am a part of gift exchanges, which I've been a part of several. And I like the tassels, and I got the beads at the 99-cent store, got a bag of beads. And this is a Karin Cake. I just let the colors flow. And it came out really nice. My next shawl, this is a Boomerang Shawl by The Proper Pineapple. Again, all of these are tutorials. This one is in the shape of a boomerang. And it's really hard to show with my arms open the shape, but you start here and then you just keep going and you increase on one side. And there's your point there. And you just stop when you want to. So I used the Karin cotton cakes, for this one. And I think I used just one cake and I just let the colors play out. You can see that pattern. That's really nice. I like that. And you can wrap it around you so many, different ways. It can go around you lots of different ways. So you can also knot this in right here when you're wrapping it around you. Add a little swag. And this material is perfect for Southern California weather. And it's mesh, so a breeze can blow right through it. Now we're moving into knits. Everything I just showed you was crochet. I do knit a bit. I have learned so much about knitting because prior to that, I just knit on straight needles. And I knit the Fun Fur scarves, and I'll share those with you at another time. But circular needles, oh, I love them. I absolutely love them. So I watched several videos. This particular video is, oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. I can't believe it. It's how to crochet a triangle scarf. It's a tutorial. It is. I'm still nervous. I'm sorry. It's a tutorial on YouTube, and I have been wanting to knit one for a very long time. So I kept looking for, tutorials for something easy, maybe where you just need to increase on one side, and this is it. You only need to increase on one side of this. And then it just grows outward. I love it. And this is Pima cotton. It is Pima cotton from We Are Knitters in beige and black. And I did add this black stripe, if you can believe that. I did. I joined. So I was like, oh, look at that edge. I'm so proud of myself. I joined. So to me, clean lines, simple, classic. And this is just, it's perfect again for California. You can just wrap it around, a couple of times. Then you have that little pop of black on your shoulder, or you can turn it to the side and have it hang down. You can wear it multiple ways. And the drape on this is incredible. I mean, I haven't washed this yet, and look at that drape. It's awesome. It really is awesome. Pima cotton, if you've never worked with it before, it's good stuff. We Are Knitters has it. It's $12 for a ball. And when I get mine, I will definitely share that with you as well, because I did order more of the terracotta so that I can make another Carillon shawl. I definitely ordered more of it, but to work with it, it's nice. Sometimes it can be splitty, but not often. But the drape on it, you can't beat it. It's very nice. It is really nice. This next one is knit. I don't know if you guys watch Smells Like Yarn. Ross, love him. He's very encouraging about finding patterns, patterns that are free, designers that don't get a lot of exposure. So he was knitting on a shawl. It's actually called a kerchief. And I thought, again, here's my chance to try out a pattern. And it looked easy enough. He showed us the pattern. It's by Drops, and it's called Rascal, and Drops Design, and it's free pattern on their website. And it's a little kerchief. Now, again, I haven't sewn in my ends. I just took it off the needles and folded it up. But look at this. And that spine that you see going down the center, those are yarn overs. I did yarn overs. I did it. I was so excited. And look at this. That is really cute. And this is all knit. And this yarn is a sweet roll. And sweet rolls can be found at Joann's. And when I first got back into crocheting and knitting in 2016, I would buy sweet rolls a lot from Joann's. They're small, they're cute, they had great colors, and they weren't expensive. So I use, this is one sweet roll, one. And I'm currently working on another one, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. But isn't this fun? How fun is that? Just super cute. Fun colors. You can wear it any way you want. I'm not good at fixing things on the fly like that, but you can wear it any way you want. You know, you can wear it in the front like this. It just, you can throw it over your shoulders just to take the chill off. But I am proud of my yarn overs. I am. I had to read the pattern a couple of times. And when you start off, you start from here and then it goes out. And I just went until I was almost, I was almost out of yarn. And then I needed enough to bind off. But this is cute. I like it. So I'm making another one. And I'm using another sweet roll in a different color. I said that I would introduce you to my crew. So I'm going to introduce you to the first member of my crew. Her name is Windsor. Excuse me for reaching. This is Windsor. And I needed a model head so that when I make beanies, I have a tendency to be I'm a very tight crocheter, I'm a very tight knitter, and I have a tendency to make the brim tight. So that way there's no give and people with hair or lots of hair wouldn't be able to wear that. So I acquired Windsor, and that's what I named her. And she has hair. So she's great for me for trying on hats. And the hat that she has on, of course, I made. And this is La 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 Latte Cakes. They're back. So they're seasonal and they're back. And when I saw everybody posting that they had gone to get their latte cakes, I went to get my latte cakes as well. This stuff is soft. It's just so soft and supple. And I made my go-to puff stitch beanie, which is also by Bee Hooked. At the time she was Bee Hooked Crochet. I think she switched to Bee Hooked Knit. But if you type in Bee Hooked, it's Brittany from Bee Hooked. She'll pop up. And she has one puff stitch beanie. I absolutely love this beanie because there is no seam. I'm not a seam. A seam as long as it's straight, but anything jagged looking like the Andrea's fault, no, I can't do it. So this is seamless, totally. You start off with puff stitches and you just go and go and increase, and then you stop. And then I always do a front post, back post. I don't know if the light is blowing that out. There it is. Front post, back post, double crochet brim. And it just adds a little texture to that. And I just let the colors flow from the latte cake, and I like it. Little slouch there in the back, but this is Windsor, and she's a member of my crew. I also made, with the rest of the latte cakes, a matching wide neck bandana cowl by Bag O' Day. Who doesn't know about Crystal? She is awesome sauce, believe me. So this is her wide neck bandana cowl, and it matches what Windsor was wearing. I didn't put fringe on this one, but I have another one that I did put fringe on. This came out great. I like it. And it's just enough right here. It's not choking you. And it's just enough right there. So that's the wide neck bandana cowl by Bag O' Day. And again, all you have to do is just, if you have a little notepad, you can write this stuff down and just type it in. I'm sorry, I'm not used to putting anything in the description box as of yet. I'm sure I will learn as time goes on. But last but not least, I have pumpkins. Isn't this the cutest thing? I made these last year. I made them last year. Well, not last, but least. I still have some more to share. I made these last year. I wanted to try it, and I found a tutorial, How to Crochet a Life-Size Pumpkin by Happy Berry Crochet. This yarn, I'm pretty sure, is discontinued. I picked this up at a local yarn store up in Big Bear, California, where we sometimes go to go fishing. Yes, I fish. I have a pink pole, a pink toolbox. Yes, I can cast out, bait my own hook, everything. So I found this yarn, and I had it in my stash for almost a year and didn't do anything with it. And then I was scrolling through last year because I wanted to make a pumpkin, and I saw the Happy Berry tutorial, and this is it. And it came out so cute. This brown is yarn that I found at the dollar store. I was in there one day and I said, they have yarn. And I picked up all the colors and put it away. And then when it came time to make this, I was like, oh, I have something for the stem. And I just pulled it out and made it. And I tied a bow here because she has you do the indentations with the yarn in order to create the pumpkin ridges right here. Very easy, super simple, super cute. I bought some stuffing at Joann's. It was on sale. So I have a big bag. So whenever I want to make anything, that's what I will use. Let's talk yarn. Excuse me for reaching. Oh, ice, ice, ice. Baby. I had never used ice yarn before. Never ordered ice yarn. I see people talk about it all the time. And I'm like, wow, okay, I'm going to do this. So on a serious note, excuse the crinkling. I saw this because Krista from the Secret Yarnery is going to do a cowl in October in remembrance of her friend Tammy, who passed away from cancer. And Tammy really liked pink, hot pink. That was her color. So I saw, oh, I love pink, and cancer has afflicted some people in my family. So I would love to do the cowl. And besides, something I have never made for myself is a garment, a wearable. That's something that I want to do. I've started it and I've stopped. I put it down. Again, my whip bill is overflowing back there. So I thought this will be my chance to follow along in a cowl and make a. She's making like a cardigan type sweater. It's really cute, and so I thought I can do that. So I ordered my ice yarn so that I will be ready. This is called Ambient, and I hope. Look at that! It has all the pinks, bordering on some light purple in there. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful yarn. So I'm looking forward to working with it. I have never worked with ice yarn before. I hear a lot of people talking about it, and they really like it. So I am looking forward to that. Um, don't you like a good bag? I do. I love project bags, love them. Project bags, stitch markers, love them. So, um, animal print, rare. I like anything having to do with animal print. I like the big cats, the panthers, the lions, the tigers. So, too much information, okay. But this project bag is fabulous. And I got this from Ash Love Makes. She's on Instagram, and I think that that's how she sells her bags and promotes them. And I just love this. And I always keep my projects in a project bag. Look at the inside of that. I hope you can see that. I understand now when you guys are moving things around and trying to catch the light of the camera and it's blown out and all of that good stuff, but this is lined terrifically inside. And this came with it. Isn't that cute? This is great. Little notions pouch. And it has a clip where you can clip it on there if you want. I keep it inside the bag. And inside of here is a whip. And I will share that with you. And it is knit. And you saw one before. It is the triangle knit shawl. This time, my needles are still attached, and I am working on this in the olive Pima cotton, and then there's the beige, and I added a black stripe going through here as well. I've been working on this for a while. I know people have said it, but crochet is a lot faster. It really is. But this is turning out lovely. Love the color. Really rich. And then that pop of the beige and the black in the center just kind of sets it off a little bit. So there are my needles. I will shortly be finished with this. I'm going to keep going until I am out of yarn. I keep my information in my project bag. Have you ever set a project down and then you come back to it and you wonder, okay, what hook was I using? What was I doing? What stitch was I on? Get yourself some index cards, dollar hole punch a hole in there. I use scrap yarn to attach it. Then also too, the alternative is writing everything down on your index card and keeping it in your project bag. Okay, that's all I have for now. I do have other things to share, but I don't want to keep you too long. Again, thank you so very much for all of the love, all of the encouragement. I'm still in the same spot. I'm sorry, but this is where the lighting is good. I really did try to find another spot around the house, and it took me 15 or 20 minutes. I'm like, I'll forget it. I'm just going to stay right here where the lighting is good. And this is what works. So I will be back. Some life updates. I'm going to the fair tomorrow night. I love music. Aside from football, I love music. I love a good concert. I am going to see Charlie Wilson, formerly of the Gap Band. He is performing at the fair. The LA County Fair is going on not too far away from me, and it is the last weekend also too. So I think Chicago is closing it out on Sunday. They always have a concert there on Sunday. So I try to go and see as many of the musical acts as I can at the fair because I really enjoy music and a good live concert. There's just nothing like it. So that's what I have on tap for the weekend. I am going to go and try and catch the rest of Thursday night football. I'm a football fan. Remember, I told you that. And I really, again, I appreciate you guys. Again, I'm still working out the kinks. I'm new. I hope that you were able to see everything. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up. I am blown away by everyone just rallying around and saying, do it, you did it, you pushed that button, and I appreciate it so much. So I am signing off for now. Please have a good evening or a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye.